Okay, boys and girls, let's go ahead and start our new book. Junie B. Jones is not a crook. Let's read and see what it's about. It tells you in the back. Listen. Finders keepers. A terrible thing to happen to Junie B. Jones. And it's called, someone took her new black furry mittens. And they kept them. And they didn't even put them in the lost and found at school. So when Junie B. finds a wonderful pen, she should be allowed to keep it too, right? That's fair, right? Right? All right. Let's find out what happens. Okay, there she is, already starting out. Okay, chapter 1, no good reason. My name is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for Beatrice, except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. Here's a story for you. It's called, Once Upon a Time, my grandfather named Frank Miller went to the store and he bought me some mittens. Once upon a time, my grandfather named Frank Miller went to the store and he bought me some mittens, and they were made out of black furry fur. And guess what? It was not even my birthday or Christmas or Valentine's Day, plus the mittens were not even on sale. Grandpa Miller just bought them for no good reason, and that's the bestest reason I've ever heard of. So how come I love this guy? That's how come I love this guy very much. Plus also he can skip. The end. I like that story a real lot, because guess why? I didn't even make it up, that's why. That adventure actually happened to me. My Grandpa Miller really did buy me some mittens for no good reason. And they're gorgeous, I tell you. When I first opened them, I got filled with glee. Glee is when you run and jump and skip and laugh and clap and dance on top of the dining room table. Then your mother takes you down from the table and she carries you to your room for a timeout. Timeouts kill the glee. I wore my new mittens the whole entire morning, plus also I wore them to afternoon kindergarten. I wore them with my attractive winter jacket. Only it wasn't actually cold out. Only who even cares? Because that outfit looked very beautiful together. I showed my mittens to my bestest friend named Grace. Also, I showed them to a variety of strangers. After I got to school, I held my hands over my head and I ran all over the playground. Look, everybody, look at my new mittens. My grandpa Frank Miller bought them for no good reason. I waved them all around in the air. How many children see these lovely things? Raise your hands, I hollered. Nobody raised their hands. How many children think these mittens are gorgeous? Please come forward, I yelled. Nobody came forward. I put my hands back down and walked to that Grace. I couldn't even create any interest, I said, very glum. Only guess what? Just then I spotted my other bestest friend, Lucille. I ran my fastest to greet her. Lucille, Lucille, look at my gorgeous new mittens. See them? They are made out of black furry fur. Lucille petted them. My family has lots of fur, she said. My mother has a fur cape, and my aunt has a fur jacket, and my uncle has a fur hat, and my Nana bought a brand new mink coat. Only she can't wear it outside the house, or else people might throw paint on her. My mouth came all the way open. Why, Lucille? Why would people throw paint on your Nana? I asked. Lucille crossed her arms. Don't you know anything, Junie B? It's because people who love furry animals don't like them being made into coats for Nanas. Just then I felt a relief in me. 'Cause I'm not a Nana. That's why. And besides, my mittens aren't even made out of real fur animals. They're made out of fake furry animals. And those kind don't even count. All of a sudden, the bell rang for school. I zoomed to my room like a speeding rocket. 'Cause guess why? More people to show my mittens to. That's why. Chapter 2, Furry Hands. I showed my mittens to my teacher. Her name is Mrs. She has another name too, but I just like Mrs. and that's all. Feel them, Mrs., I said. Feel how soft and furry they are. I rubbed them on her face. Oh, they are soft, Junie bee, she said. Be sure and put them in your pocket so that they won't get lost, okay? I skipped very happy to my seat. Yeah, only I'm not even going to lose them, I said just to myself. I'm going to wear them right on my hands the whole livelong day because I love these guys, that's why. I took off my attractive winter coat and sat down at my table. Then I tapped on Lucille with my furry mittens. Hello, how are you today? I have fur hands, see them? Lucille, see my hands of fur? I threw them in the air. This is what fur hands look like when they're flying in the air, I said. I waved hello. This is what fur hands look like when they're waving hello, I said. Lucille did a frown. You're being very annoying, she said. That's how come I turned around and I smiled at a boy named William. I have fur hands, William. See them? See my fur hands? I tapped on his head. This is what fur hands look like when they're tapping on your head too, I said. Just then I got up from my chair and I skipped to my boyfriend named Ricardo. I tickled him under the chin with my soft furry hands. This is what fur hands look like when they're tickling you under your chin, I said. Then I grinned and grinned. 'Cause that boy brings out the best in me, that's why. Pretty soon, Mrs. saw me out of my seat. She held my hand and marched me back to my table. This is how fur hands look when they're marching to my table, I said. Mrs. plopped me in my chair, then she pulled off my fur hands and she put them on her desk. I did a sigh. This is how fur hands look when they're no longer in my possession, I whispered to myself. After that, I put my head on my desk and covered up with my arms, and I didn't come out for a real long time. Okay, we're gonna stop there. Pretty interesting. Do you ever have anything brand new that you were excited about and had to show off to everybody? I bet so.